In this lesson, I want to talk about how to make changes to a program. And again, we're mostly just looking at some logistical and mechanical things about changing the program. For example, if I don't want to start a new line at the end of the string, I can take the endl part out. So notice I had to take out the output operator and the command endl. Then when we run the program, build and run the program, I should say, notice that you can't really tell the difference here because it looks about the same, but actually if we had something else printed, it would be on the very next line. In fact, I'll demonstrate that now. Let's add another. Let's add a goodbye world to our program. Let's run that. Notice how goodbye world starts on the same line as hello world. Let's put the endl back in. Oops, don't need two semicolons. And run it again. And that's a good time to talk a little bit about some of the syntax that we're using here. C++ is a statement-based language, so the compiler is looking for a semicolon to indicate that this is the end of a statement. Without it, you get all sorts of interesting things happening. I'm going to talk about that in another lesson when I talk about fixing errors. But for now, we're just talking about making changes to the program. And really, you can make all sorts of changes. For example, I can put an endl at the beginning and get the same result. So let's build and run this. So you see goodbye world starts on the next line because we told the statement to start with the endl, which means in line, and then write out goodbye world. We could put an endl in between two strings like this. Just make sure that you start the string and end the string with double quotes. So let's run that. Notice the space there. If we go back and look, we'll see that there's a space which gets shown. We can take that out by just taking out the space, run the program again. So there's lots of changes we can make to a program, and I don't really need to spend a lot of time getting into that other than just demonstrating that every time you make a change, you have to rebuild and run the program. So let's go back to the original. I'm just going to type it in again. It's probably quicker than trying to get everything back like it was. And then to demonstrate this, I have to build and run the program again. So that's just a little short lesson on how you can make changes to a program. In the next lesson, we're going to talk about errors and how to fix them.